what an honor. Here in studio live with us today is Colin Montgomerie in town for the Champions Tour event out at TPC Sugarloaf, the Mitsubishi Classic. Monty, great to have you in, man.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. This is superb. I'm just opposite your Braves' new stadium, and I've followed the Braves for many years. There's a number of British Brave community out there, so this is my favorite team. So it's amazing to get as close to the new stadium as it is, and this is a fantastic new area, this Battery area here in Atlanta. I never knew it existed, so fantastic for all of you.
Yeah, we are loving it. Obviously, we're the home of the Braves. We're talking Braves baseball a lot, and we were out at TPC Sugarloaf on Monday, and we'll be back out on Friday getting ready for the big event. You played well last week.
Yes, I did, down in Houston. I was at university down in Houston, Houston Baptist University. It's now Houston Christian University. I'm still learning between the HBU and HCU. You know, I haven't quite got it right yet.
Yeah,
it was HBU in my day. So I knew the course very well. TPC, the Woodlands, they used to play the Shell Houston Open there. And so I knew the course very well from college days, which unfortunately wasn't yesterday. But I did okay last week. Yeah, finished third, tied for third. And it's given me a good confidence boost for the rest of the season now coming up. So we've got some good events. Atlanta, obviously, Sugarloaf this week. And we go over to the Regions Tradition Tournament in Alabama next. Yeah.
Big couple of weeks for you. Mm-hmm. So you were one of the first Europeans to come over and do college here in the States, right? Take us back to that decision, making that decision to go across the pond and come to college over in Texas.
It was a decision that I wasn't really ready to make. I mean, I went for an interview at Turnberry, Trump Turnberry, as it's known. You got to give it its full title. And I went for an interview, a job interview, to manage the likes of the Nick Faldos, Nick Price. There was Corey Pavin, Freddie Couples, and of course the big three at the time, you know, Nicholas, Blair, and Palmer, and to sort of manage them. So I went for an interview with IMG, and to cut along very short, I wasn't due to turn professional. I wanted a job as I'm finishing university, and to cut long story short, I came back in 29. Now 29 for non-golfers is quite good when the par's 36. And they turned to each other and they said, you know, look, you're not going to work for us. We're going to work for you. We want you to turn pro, and we'll support you. And it's amazing that two hours of one's life, that 9 holes changed my direction. And this is why I'm talking to you today, really, was that 9 holes of golf. So from that, Houston gave me that opportunity to do what I'm doing right now. So I give a lot of respect, a lot of credit to Houston Baptist University and what they did for me. They made me a winner, really. You know, in Britain, third place is well done, you know, good effort, sort of thing. But in America, it's all about winning. And they taught me how to win, and thank you for that. Yeah.
Full disclosure, I'm a big golf nut. Love the game, love playing the game, and a lot of things I respect about you, and one of which is the great success in the Ryder Cup that you had. I don't believe you lost a singles match during your days at the Ryder Cup. One of the most successful records ever. And this is intense competition, obviously. You don't see anything like this, even in the majors.
You call that intense? My God, it is intense.
How did you deal with all that adrenaline, the crowd? I mean, this is phenomenal, the success you had there.
Yeah, I played 8 times, and so that's 16 years it took, because it's a biannual event. So it took 16 years, and of course 4 home ties and 4 away ties. Now, the home ties are good and easier. The away ties are harder. You know, you come over to America, and I love the patriotism of your country. I love the way the national anthem is sung before most and every sporting occasion. We should do more about in our country, and I love it. I love the patriotism that you have here, and it does manifest itself into the Ryder Cup. And you hear the USA chants and all the stuff, and it's hard work away from home when the draw comes out and you've got the US Open champion having to play against, and you think, oh God, okay, this will be a game on, you know. And he doesn't want to lose as much as you don't want to lose, so it is game on. And there was never a time that I won heavily. They were always close, and it was just a matter of not wanting to lose for the team. You know, I wanted to get as many points as I can to help my team's cause, the European cause. And yeah, you know, I had 6 wins and two ties in that time, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I think in any sport, any Braves fan listening will understand that if the players are enjoying themselves out on that field, if they're enjoying themselves as I did in the Ryder Cup, they'll be quite good at what they do. You know, you want to be enjoying it. And I did enjoy that competition. And it fed through, and I did okay. But it was really because I enjoyed it really very much. I wasn't in a sense of, oh God, I don't want to be here, or oh God, what if I drop this, or what if this doesn't go in? It was the sake of enjoying it that helped me. Yeah. Yeah,
and I can only imagine the Americans waiting to see, okay, which one of us is going to have to play Monty here in the singles, man, because he is he's basically undefeated out there. What was it like growing up in Scotland?
Cold.
All that great golf. We're so envious of all that great golf you've got over there.
Well, we have, you know, we're known as the home of golf, okay? Of course, Scotland, St Andrews, for those non-golfers will understand even that. St Andrews and the home of golf, and we are the only country possibly in the world that can say that our national sport is golf. No other country in the world can say that. We can. And we have, nearly 600 courses in a country the size of half of Texas. So we've got an awful lot of golf around every corner. Every child that we're very proud of to say that the government made a big push about 10 years ago that every child in Scotland, by the time they're 9 years old, by the time they've reached double figures, has played golf. Now, that's huge. So it gives opportunity. That's what I'm trying to say. And without opportunity, we're nothing. So it gives opportunity to the youngsters in Scotland, to the home of golf, to have a game. Now, whether they take it on or not, it doesn't matter, but they've had a go, whether it be in a driving range or in their own public courses or in a private club. They've all had a go at golf, and it's the only country that can say that, and we're very proud of that.
All these Americans flooding over there to play golf every year.
They do now. You know, obviously pre-COVID was big, and then the COVID hit hard, you know, for 2 or 3 years that travel was very difficult, but now it's heavy again. And yes, the Americans that have come over to Ireland and coming over to Scotland to play those traditional courses that they've heard so much about, as we love to come over here and play your fantastic East Lakes and TPC Sugarloafs and all the stuff that's here, not just in Georgia. You know, Augusta, of course, I used to love coming over to play Augusta, but you go over to Monterey Peninsula, you know, that's beautiful over there, and the Northeast Seaboard courses, your Winged Foots, Congressionals, Pine Valleys, Merrion, you know, these Congressional, these great courses in the Northeast Seaboard. So, yeah, you've got some great golf here too, believe me.
Tell us about Loch Lomond. You brought some in for us today.
Yes. Well, I'm an ambassador for Loch Lomond whiskies, and I've been working very closely with Michael Henry over the last few years, chief distiller. And, of course, we are the spirit of the open, which is a fantastic tagline, and it's been going now for 6 years. Loch Lomond whiskies are the official open spirit and the official whiskey of the open, and it's been going very well. And here we are to promote this while we're here in Atlanta, and I know the viewers can't see me. There might be a TV camera somewhere.
Yeah, we're streaming it right now.
You're streaming it there. Yeah. Well, here's me holding one of the great bottles, and it's in a lovely grey box this year, and with QR codes and all sorts to enjoy that flavour with my signature, unfortunately, on the side of the bottle, which will help or hinder, I'm not sure, but it's fantastic, and it's won awards. San Francisco was a double gold award, which means that all 65 tasters there gave it a gold award. So it's a very, very good quality whiskey, and I'm very proud to be ambassador for Loch Lomond, which is just north of where I was born in Glasgow. The base of Loch Lomond comes down just about 10 or 15 miles north of Glasgow, where I was born. So it's very close to my heart, and a very, very good product.
Keep your eye on that. We've got some people around this radio station.
I know,
their eye
yeah.
on it there. Sticky fingers around here. So give us the secret, please. I love to play the game of golf, and just wish I was more consistent off the tee. Your reputation, one of the great drivers of the golf ball through the years. Help us, please. Help us, those out there listening. How do we become better off the tee?
It always starts, doesn't it, with you usually make a mistake, and it usually comes from, well, I missed the fairway on the right, or I missed the fairway on the left, or I'm in the bushes, and then I make a mistake, and it does add to it. So to hit the fairway, if an amateur player can hit the fairway off the tee, you're gonna get round. Yeah. So most of the problem is that we get anxious, we get tight. We're very anxious to find out where the ball's gone before we've hit it. So if I was giving a tip to any listener here that plays the game, and I'm sure it corresponds to the baseball hitters as well, although I've never played baseball, is light hands on that baseball bat and light hands on that golf club. Okay, it takes the stress and the strain away from the forearms. It completes one's backswing and allows you to hit through the ball, as opposed to with most amateurs' mistakes is hitting at the golf ball. So you hit through the golf ball with light hands at address. By all means, by the time you get to the top of the swing, you're hanging on, but to get there is most important. So a quick tip is light hands at address. It takes the stress and the strain and anxiety out before you start.
Yeah, my swing thought off the tee typically is, okay, just take your normal swing. This is the driver. You don't have to swing harder because you have the driver in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, the shaft is longer, so therefore physics said the club's going to go faster. So let the club do the work. Technology now is incredible. The golf balls, I know most amateurs will disagree with me, that the golf balls fly straighter now than they ever have before. And the golf clubs, the shaft, everything is built to aid the amateur golfer hit the ball straighter, provided you don't try and hit it too hard yourself. Let the club do the work.
How's life out on the Champions Tour?
It's getting more difficult.
Old friends.
It's getting more difficult. I'm 59 now. I'm 60 next month, and as people know, it's 50 and above, and it's getting tougher because as I get older, the 48, 49, 50 come in and they start playing. We've got Padraig Harrington now join us. When you think about Ernie Els recently, Jim Furyk, there's some great players coming through and making it tougher at the other end. But it's a great tour. It's a fantastic tour. Yes, when the gun goes on Friday morning or Thursday in a major, it's game on. But until then, people are helping each other, people are chatting, people are having lunches together, breakfast together. It's a more social place. There's less pressure, less anxiety on the whole thing. And
Still some
nice
needling going on, right, between the golfers?
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, there always was. I mean, when I see Padraig Harrington there, and, of course, you see Couples and Love, and we used to play them in the Ryder Cups, obviously, and you got Darren Clark out there now, and you get, David Toms and all the guys that used to play in the Ryder Cups there, Jim Furyks. Oh, yeah, the stories. Oh, my God, the stories. When there's a rain delay, it's amazing in the locker room where you can hear all sorts of stories of past competitive people that are talking about the game. It is superb, and it's good competition too, believe me. Jerry Kelly there made the cut down at TPC Sawgrass, which was great for our Champions Tour. Bernard Langer, what he does at the Masters. Freddie Couples, again, making the cut at the Masters there this year. And he's older than I am. The oldest person ever to do that. I think he's 61, 62. So superb. They can still play and want to play too. They're practicing harder than ever. Yeah.
All right, can't have you in without asking about the impact of Live Golf on the PGA Tour. It seems like it's it's really helped things on the PGA Tour, this competition, elevated purses, things of that nature. This has been a positive impact, although this is as wild as we've ever seen the golf world out there dealing with this.
It is. We've had the one tour, really, the PGA Tour. Now there's two. And competition in any business drives standards up. And I think the standards have improved on the PGA Tour because of it. Not just the standards, but the prize money as well to compete with the Live Tour. So it's been good in many ways. And I just wish with the billions of dollars that are coming into the game of golf, it be used in a more positive light, other than giving those billions to damn near billionaires already. We should be using it in a very different way and giving opportunity to others that don't play the game or haven't the opportunity to play the game and have an opportunity to do so. We don't know if there's a Tiger Woods out there. There could be a dozen Tiger Woods out there, but without opportunity, that isn't forthcoming. So I just wish that money was used in a different way, in a charitable way, in an opportunity to, if it is to be used within the game of golf, to promote the game in a better way than it has been. It's been loggerheads. It's been a war, really, between the Live Tour and the PGA Tour. And I just wish it was used in a very different light to try and encourage and give opportunity to all to play the game.
Well, we're wishing you a lot of luck out there this weekend. It's great to have you in studio today. It's really phenomenal. You look great, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's this wind burn, isn't it? It's not really a tan. It's more of a wind burn.
I don't know, man. I think you're looking young.
My pale Scottish skin gets a Georgia tan very quickly. But, well, thank you for having me on, and good luck to your Braves, and let's hope they can have another World Series here.
Colin Montgomerie, one of the all-time greats, hanging out with us here on the Buck Belue Show.